Good evening, everyone. I'm Carolyn Casson, President and CEO of Michigan Women Forward. It's my pleasure to welcome you to our WomanUp and Pitch business plan and pitch competition this evening. There are actually going to be 4 of these competitions held throughout the state this coming year, and we're thrilled to be hosting our 7th pitch competition in Grand Rapids. We're virtual again this year, but that didn't stop almost 150 women from submitting their 2-page business concept papers last October. With the help of an army of volunteers, we narrowed it down to 40 finalists, 10 of whom are going to be pitching to you tonight. Before we jump into the pitches, I want to take a moment for our esteemed judges to introduce themselves. Kim Kirsten.
Hello.
Judging pitch competitions. What are you up to?
Hey, I am so excited to be here again this year. I had such a great time last year, and I'm ready to do it all again this year. My name is Kim Kirsten, and I am the Director of Business Banking for Comerica Bank, and that means I run a commercial banking division for Comerica in the state of Michigan.
Thanks so much. Ana Ramirez Sainz.
Hola, buenas tardes. My name is Ana Ramirez Sainz. I am so happy to be here and so excited to hear each and every one of you. I am the CEO and founder of 2 companies, La Fuente Consulting, which is dedicated to diversity, equity, and inclusion consulting, and La Fuente Communications, which provides translation, interpretation, and multimedia services. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
De nada. Good to have you here, Ana. And now Megan Radicki.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Megan Radicki. I'm the Community Affairs Manager for Consumers Energy in Kent and Montcalm counties. We're thrilled to be sponsoring this evening, and I just want to say how excited we are and just want to thank everyone for all the hard work that's been put into this already.
Thanks to all 3 of you. I know you've actually been doing a lot of work up until this point. You've already reviewed each of the finalists' 10-page business plans, and that's going to account for 60% of their score. Tonight, you're going to hear their pitch, and that will account for about 40% of the score. So the hard work really begins in a few minutes. Each finalist is going to have exactly 3 minutes to pitch, and then there'll be 5 minutes for the judges to ask questions. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. All right, let's get started.
Oh, Ellie, you're on mute.
All right, we got to dust the cobwebs off from last year. It's all right. Thank you. Thank you. All right, my name is Ellie Jane with Michigan Women Forward. So excited to be back with everybody in this virtual environment, but it's really fun to be able to hear everybody really across the state. Some people might be in other states, so really excited to be here. Just as a quick review before we jump right into pitches here, judges, we are going to have 3 minutes for the finalists to give their pitch, and we do cut them off at 3 minutes. They can finish their sentence, and then we will move on to a 5-minute question and answer period for you to be able to ask some clarifying questions of the finalists. At this point, I would like to bring in our loan officer, Laura Tomasi Miller. Laura, how are you doing? She's on mute. There you go.
I'm unmuting. I am good. Excited to be back as well.
Great. We're excited to have you back. Such a great timer. So she's going to be our 3-minute timer and be calling that. So let's go ahead and kick things off. Let's just jump in. We are going to do the startup category first. And our first finalist in this category, and the first one to kick us off tonight, is Jill Frye with Superbloom Farms. Hi, Jill. How are you?
Hello, everyone.
Very cool background. Love it. Okay. So here's the drill. Take a deep breath. Let it out. You are the first one to kick us off. You're going to do great. We're excited. So when you start talking next, Laura starts the 3-minute timer. I'm going to take myself out, and when you are ready.
All right. Well, I'm really excited to kick this off tonight and just want to say best of luck to all my fellow female entrepreneurs out there. So welcome to Superbloom Farms. I'm standing inside of my very first farm in the Madison Square neighborhood in downtown Grand Rapids, where I can churn out thousands of pounds of fresh, local, healthy greens per year, per container, all year round. I'm asking you tonight to invest the $10,000 in me and my business so that I can continue to scale and actually purchase an additional farm to put right next door to this one. And when you invest in me and support local farmers, you're really enabling a more transparent, sustainable food supply chain, as well as dramatically reducing food waste. So a little bit about my first 6 weeks of harvest. I've had some really great early success with the Reserve restaurant downtown. I met with their executive and sous chef. They tasted my basil in the morning. They bought out my entire harvest that afternoon. And by the evening, people were eating the basil on top of the bolognese. I've also partnered with Market Wagon, which is a West Michigan online farmers market. And I've been seeing increase in sales week over week, as well as many already loyal repeat customers, which gets me really excited. I also made my first delivery on Monday right down the street to the Southeast Market, whose food justice mission is something that's really inspiring to me, and I'm really proud to be a part of it in some small way. And lastly, I just signed on with Meijer for their Bridge Street Market format after a successful meeting and a taste test with their buyer. And we are going to be offering basil, arugula, a lettuce mix, red vein sorrel, and rainbow chard in their store starting in May. So our city's desire for local food is exploding, and I'm so excited to be here to meet that need. What I harvest and package in my farm here often can go from here to your plate in the same day. And what that means is it's going to dramatically increase shelf life, sometimes up to 2 weeks, as well as you're going to get all the nutrients in the product and all that big, huge flavor from fresh local food. Versus most of our lettuce is coming from about 2,000 miles away in the off season, losing a lot of those nutrients and freshness along the way. So I am lucky to have partnered with Amplify GR, which is a community revitalization project, and they are allowing me to lease this land that I'm on from them. They believe and support my vision and my mission, and most excitingly, they're going to help me hire from the neighborhood here so that I can create living wage jobs for my neighbors. And the idea here is for me to keep on growing, no pun intended, and continue to scale. I'd like to get 3 to 6 more farms on this location. And then in about 2 to 3 years, look at other cities in Michigan that I can expand to. I believe every community deserves nutrient-rich greens, and I'm excited to bring it to them.
There we go. That's 3 minutes. Thank you. We now have 5 minutes for questions and follow-up.
I have one. Congratulations on your early success and great presentation.
Thank you.
How do you pay the folks going into farm, or I read that you're trying to get partnering with some folks to do that as well, and you have sheets to direct people on what they need to do to, keep this farm going. Who pays the employees?
So, right now I am a one-woman show because I have one farm. So each farm, you typically need about 20 to 25 hours of labor per week. I will pay the employees when I bring them on. They will work for Superbloom Farms.
Okay, great. So you're doing it all yourself right now.
Yes. So the freight farm the farms that I purchase are actually just from an OEM manufacturer. It's not a franchise model, so I'm completely my own owner.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Jill. Yes, you're having quite the success. So very, very proud of your accomplishment thus far. I just have 2 questions relative to your growing process and how you address preventing any type of mold or things that might bacteria or that might spoil your crop. How do you address that?
So luckily, because I've been growing in the winter season so far, there really haven't been any bugs, but they will happen. There are things called thrips and fungus gnats. And basically, there is a huge network of freight farmers around the country who share information with each other. And there are a lot of natural ways, even using essential oils, spraying it on the plant safe foods that you can put on them to keep the bugs away. So when that happens, I will be able to address it with a myriad of, there's even things that I can put into the water that are plant safe to help ward off any fungus or algae, things like that, that might prohibit the growth of the plants.
Okay. And then my last question is, in terms of your expansion and the cost of scaling up, what would you say is your biggest cost factor when you look at scaling up, as you want to go from 1 to 6 containers?
So I would say just the cost of the container itself. So I've been looking heavily on the used market. The new containers cost around 150 to 170,000. But I actually just put a down payment on a container this morning in Iowa that is only a year old. And so I'm looking more to the used market. But that would be my biggest expense, quite frankly, is actually buying the units. And then the second expense is my spend with consumers' energy.
And how much was that used container price?
So it is going to be 104,000.
Okay.
Well, Jill, we love what you're doing, and certainly from an energy usage and the fact that you're only using, did you say 5 gallons of water a day? I think.
Yeah, it is. It's about 10 gallons a week because it's a closed loop system.
Okay, that's incredible. And as we think about using less resources, and we can talk about electric too, but as we talk about using less resources, I think this is such a great model for the future. A question for you that I have, you talked a little bit about price point and being a premium product. I'd love to hear that you're working with Southwest Market. Does that price point stay the same when you're working with them, or does that change?
No, it does actually. I mean, I offer a certain price, and actually I've been offering the same exact price to all of the outlets so far, and it's the market or the seller's choice to however they want to mark it up. So actually, I haven't followed back up with Alita on what I believe my first delivery went into their box program where they're doing the delivery, door-to-door delivery. So I'm not sure that it was on their shelves. But yeah, that's a good question. I don't know what she'll end up doing, but no, it's the same price for everyone.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are there some products that you just won't even get into because it's just not going to be cost effective or competitive?
Yes. And I have some behind me actually. It's really exciting to look at the seed catalog and plant kale and all sorts of exotic like tatsoi. But what I'm already finding early on is that the yields aren't quite there. So that's why I've really honed in on a mixed lettuce, an arugula. Basil is amazing in hydroponic farms, as well as this gorgeous red vein sorrel. And then oddly enough, rainbow chard is awesome it has a high yield and it has a great flavor. So I'm really honing in on those specific products. And I'm actually going to throw some of the other ones that have been growing off the bus soon.
All right, I have to jump in there. We are out of time. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Great job, Jill. Great job.
All right. So there we have the first one. Great job, Jill. And I am going to steal from Jennifer Maxson, who's out there watching on YouTube, and say, keep blooming. That was good. Okay, so we are going to, judges, you get a feel for it and how this kind of goes. All right. Then we are going to go ahead and bring in our next finalist in the startup category, Tiawanna Ezell. Hi, Tia. How are you? Oh, you're muted.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing, Ellie? I am great. A little bit nervous, but good.
All right. But it's okay. You've got this. You're gonna do really well. I know it. I know you have some slides for us, so I'm gonna go ahead and put those into the stream here so we can see those. All right. So Tia, how this works? You are going to start talking. Laura's going to hit her 3-minute timer, and then she's going to let you know when that is up. All right. So next time you start talking, Laura starts timing. Tia Ezell with Lit Soy Candle Co. Take it away.
Most, if not all of you here today have used scented candles at some point in your lives. Whether you purchased it, or maybe it was gifted to you, or possibly you've bought it for someone else. You'll find certain candle brands are popular in many homes. What you probably don't know is that candles contain acetone and benzene. Both are very harmful toxins that have been proven to cause negative health effects and have been linked to cancers. My name is Tiawanna Ezell, owner of Lit Soy Candle Company. 6 years ago, I received a diagnosis of stage 3 breast cancer. When I decided to make candles, it was important to me that the product I sold was made with ingredients that were safer for the body and the environment. From this, Lit was created. We are a 100% Black and women-owned business who believe in design inspired by memories. Lit Soy Candle Company creates quality, hand-poured, 100% soy candles that add the final touch of interior design to any space. With alluring fragrances and edgy expressions, they say exactly how you feel. Lit, limited ingredients, and toxin-free. The two things that make us stand out amongst our competitors are ingredients and design. When burning candles in your home, they give off a black residue called soot. We used all natural soy wax and only clean scents that don't produce soot or release toxins in the air. Lit candles are also free from dyes, vegan friendly, and we use 100% cotton wicks that are lead-free. We offer a variety of fragrance options suitable for individuals from all walks of life, from masculine, strong and bold, to feminine, soft and subtle. Using our specific ingredients, we are able to offer a slow-burning candle that lasts longer than the rest. Our containers made of high-quality tin plate offer a sleek, neutral design that's suitable for all decor styles and are recyclable for many different uses. We are seeking $10,000 to begin construction on our mobile candle studio, Studio Lit, to expand our business. Currently, Lit products are being made and distributed in-house to small businesses across Grand Rapids, Michigan. And throughout the year, we do several pop-up events and e-commerce sales. Investment in this equipment allows us to reduce overhead costs and eliminate the need for storefront, production space, and have an increase of sales of at least $20,000 per year. Please join us in making Lit the brand name you think of when it comes to home fragrance and design. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Tia. 5 minutes for questions.
Well, thank you so much, Tia. This is exciting, and congratulations to you as you have started your venture. That's very exciting. I just have 2 questions. How do you differentiate yourself and your product from other competitors here in our local West Michigan market?
Yes, that's a very good question. Thank you for asking. I think our personal style connected to our brand sets us apart from most. The fragrance options that we select are available to a variety of audiences. We intentionally seek out more masculine fragrances to make available, but we understand that those options are also used by both men and women, or anyone who desires both types of fragrance options. So we just really try to stay away from anything that's available in the market that's common, such as fruit flavors or floral flavors. We really try to distinguish ourselves by creating unique scent options.
Thank you.
How about the packaging itself and the candle? How do you go about, do you differentiate as well with the packaging of the candle for masculine and feminine type users?
Yes, that's a very good question. Thank you for asking. Our container style is the same across the board, regardless of the fragrance. We have come up with a new design for our logo that incorporates a half circle ring that will help with color coding the fragrance according to season. So that will give our consumers a better opportunity to identify the fragrance from the top of the vessel versus having to look for the scent on the bottom.
Thank you.
Tia, the mobile unit that you're looking to create is such a fun idea. Can you expound on that a little bit more? I forget. Are you going to be holding like workshops, make your own candle type of things, or will it be mostly a unit that you'll sell product out of? Sort of elaborate on the vision there.
Yes, thank you for asking. All of the above. This commercial unit has the ability for us to manufacture candles, store our candles. We would have our equipment installed right inside of the unit. But the really great and unique thing about this equipment is that it can operate indoors and outdoors. So we have the ability to hold candle pouring workshops or come and host a private party or candle making event. We also have the ability to go to travel to different pop-up events and set up. And we're also, keeping in line with the COVID concerns that the community may have by, keeping our safe distance away from the customer during transactions. So, I mean, the opportunities are endless with the unit. And again, it definitely removes the additional cost of storefront and storage expenses.
So, I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said thank you.
Okay. Relative to that, the unit that we're just that Megan was just referring to, can you tell us a little bit about sort of the is there any concern? You're the expert on soy, so I don't know. My question is really around safety, flammability, and things like that. If you're going to travel with this unit, and being in open spaces where, people are going to be gathering and so forth. Can you tell us a little bit about that in terms of the product safety?
Yes, absolutely. This unit is fully customizable. So we've already created tons of storage space, and especially for our candles after they've been created and are ready to cure. Temperature control is a big part of that. And so we already have designed space to control temperature for storage and for curation purposes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tia. That is 5 minutes. Great job.
Great job, Tia. Thank you.
Great job. Good luck.
Thanks,
Nice job, Tia. All right. I have been burning a lot of candles this winter, and I'm in the market for some new ones. So that's exciting for me. Okay, so next in our startup category, we have Jessica Malkin with The Market Maid. Hi, Jessica. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Well, hey, we can see you. We can hear you. I know you're down at the West Michigan Home and Garden Show, which means spring is on its way. Everybody get pumped about that one.
60-degree weather.
Yeah, right. Okay, we got some sunshine. I like it. So how this works is when you start talking, Laura will start the 3-minute timer. And when she calls time, you can finish your sentence and then you'll enter into your time with the judges. Okay, so take a deep breath. When you're ready.
Hello, my name is Jessica Malkin. I'm the founder and CEO of The Market Maid. The Market Maid is a company that provides retail and content for your home. Currently, we are focusing on selling my handmade decor at art and craft shows and expos like the Home and Garden Expo. I'm currently at the DeVos Place. Stop by this weekend. You can buy one of these cute little elephant planters or pineapple, other planters, along with an air plant. And trust me, even I can't kill these plants. Okay. We also are looking at expanding our home goods collection on our website and creating more content online on YouTube and social media, ranging from home improvement to DIY to fun lifestyle content. So I shop and watch The Market Maid. I could tell you that you'd be supporting a small business that will lighten your mood and brighten your day, But more importantly, plants, decor, even the colors you choose in your home can improve work performance, impact your mental health, and help you feel more fulfilled in your home. And the Market Maid not only wants to elevate your home style, but also your home equity and your home mental health. So why did I start this business? When I was younger, I wanted to go to art school and was dissuaded by others. And that is part of the story. But my real motivation was actually being told no. I worked for a startup company and I really wanted to invest. And after working for them for 3 years, one of the owners told me I would never earn as much money as my husband. And the other owner told me I would never own a business. Well, they were wrong. And they gave me the drive and the vision for the Market Maid's end goal, which is to create a company that will outlive me and for generations to come. And that's what will set the Market Maid apart from our competitors. We will offer employee ownership opportunities. We will diversify our portfolio to be more sustainable and well insulated against future pandemics and recessions. And we will focus on slow and intentional growth over the next 20 years. I'm asking for $10,000 to be used to hire a product description writer, an event sales associate, and upgrade the Market Maid's website. This way we can expand our brand. It'll educate me on client conversion and retention and deliver a better experience to my clients online and at events. Because I was the employee that really wanted to invest in the businesses that I worked for, and was ultimately rejected, obviously, I decided to do it myself as a business owner. Employees can invest in the Market Maid, and the Market Maid will invest in its employees. And lastly, thank you to all my supporters. I know you're watching, and thank you, especially to the people who did not believe in me, because I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you.
Hey, congratulations, Jess. Great job.
Thank
Love
you.
your enthusiasm. And it's okay to be emotional because, you put it all on the line. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
My first question is, why Market Maid? If I go to your website or I go to the DeVos Center and I see your, product line, what are you giving me that I cannot get someplace else?
Yeah, so there's a few different answers to that. First, we are going to provide free content, and that's to build a community within the Market Maid. Second, we are one of the only air plant retailers in Michigan. I've been to like dozens of art and craft shows, and this is my first expo, and I haven't seen anyone else sell air plants. Additionally, I haven't seen anyone else with a similar style of my decor. Like, I mean, look at this cute little air plant and the little elephant. And I mean, you're shopping from an ethical employer who really wants to impact the local community, with even donating 10% of all of our profits to local nonprofits. So many reasons. Shop and watch me.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. That was a good question.
So just, hats off to you for your determination, for stick-to-itiveness. And I love that. So yes, it's okay to get emotional and passionate about what you believe in. So you go, girl. My question surrounds two areas. When I read your business plan and when I looked at your offering, your inventory is quite extensive, at this point. So how do you decide what you're going to market first? Do you do it by volume, projection, or do you do it by style and, market trend of what people are buying? How do you decide to, scale up your inventory or decrease it based on what's moving and not moving?
That's an excellent question. So in 2020 was when I started my business, creating my YouTube channel from home improvements and being bored at home because of quarantine. And I started testing different products and content to see what was better. And then when I attended art and craft shows, I actually tracked it. And then based off of that, I would only buy like one silicone mold and make smaller batches of inventory and then test the market and see what drew in people along with the air plants. And that's how I make my air plant selection as well, along with my decor. Like the elephant is by far the most popular one. And then I track those sales and then try to determine my projections off of similar inventory. Like I added gnomes, one of my last events, and they did pretty well. One gnome didn't, one gnome did. So I created more gnomes this time around. So I actually track it as I'm working events and online for engagement.
And then my second question is, do you have the software online system to be able to help you to track that efficiency and that inventory?
Yes. So my website is through Shopify and I have the cheapest version. So that's part of the upgrade this opportunity would go to. But the really nice part is, so I a lot of the time use Pinterest ads, and Pinterest gives me a lot of really good analytics that I base it off from my target market to demographics to like my online platform. And my Pinterest is much larger than just Michigan. Most of my sales are actually outside of Michigan. So I use Pinterest tracking, Instagram engagement, and then Shopify also tracks a lot of my like click-through ratios.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that question.
Well, Jess, I echo the kudos to you for making this happen and turning dreams into reality. My question for you is about your ability to produce. So it sounds like you do a lot of the production, and now that you have a basement, I think you said you could do 2.7 times more product this year. How do you scale that? What does the future look like? I mean, certainly you can't be the only one making products all day long. So what do you see in the future for that?
So in the future, so I'll probably make the products for the next like year to 2 years, but I really do want to keep it handmade. I don't want to add like manufacturing into it. I think I could for very specific products that sell really well online to reduce the cost. And so that way it sort of like covers the shipping and the website fees. So right now I built my own vibrating table for the concrete to make better concrete. I built a lot of my own stuff. But in the future, I would say probably if I get this grant, I will actually invest in a storefront that has a commercial warehouse sort of attached to it. So that way I can hire employees to teach them how to hand make the product. And the cool thing with my business model is that the employees won't just be hand making the product, they'll be cross-trained into other areas that they're passionate about.
I have to jump in there. We are at time. Thanks, Jess.
Yeah, thank you.
Great job, Jess.
Thank you, Jess. Good luck.
Love to hear those stories. I don't know about you, but those never get old. All right. Next, I want to bring in our finalist, Susie Bratton with Yum Pouch. Hi, Susie. How are you?
Hi, thanks. I'm great. How are you?
Good. Well, we can see you, we can hear you, so you're going to be good to go. And so how this works is when you start talking, Laura will start the 3-minute timer, and then you'll get to have your Q&A time with the judges. So
great.
Take a deep breath, and when you are ready and start talking, Laura starts the timer. Good luck.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Susie Bratton, and my company is Yum Pouch Dehydrated Meals. I'm seeking $10,000 and the first place title of the WomanUp and Pitch competition presented by Michigan Women Forward. This story begins on a trail in Alaska. My husband and his South African riding partner were planning to ride their bikes 1,000 miles in the Iditarod Trail Invitational Race. Because of astronomical cost of shipping from South Africa to Alaska, we offered to make our food drop for him. He's vegan. Dehydrated meals are lightweight and easy to prepare on the trail. They provide sustenance to outdoor enthusiasts on their multi-day excursions. But they come with a price: high sodium, preservatives, and non-earth friendly packaging, as well as limited and nutrient-poor vegetarian options. For years, this has been a problem in an industry that has had no Michigan representation. So I borrowed a dehydrator, researched methods and recipes, and hit the kitchen. I like to make healthy food taste good, and my friend needed protein and nutrients every day of his brutally cold race. Those two factors brought the magic, and Yum Pouch was born. Each Yum Pouch dehydrated meal comes in a single serving, 100% compostable pouch that needs only hot water and 25 minutes to become a delicious, healthy, and earth-friendly meal. We are launching with the bold yet comforting Trailblazing Fiesta rice, followed by a classic Shroom Roux pasta, bright and creamy mean green curry, and decadent Butter My Chicken, and more. With huge increases in outdoor activities due to focus on a healthier lifestyle and more recently escape from quarantine, the demand for lightweight packable food has hit new levels around the country. Yum Pouches can be enjoyed by hikers, bikers, paddlers, boaters, fishers, hunters, and campers of all levels. Now I have some exciting news. I just returned from Alaska for the official launch of Yum Pouch on the same Iditarod Trail where it all began. I handed out meals to 85 foot, ski, and bike racers from all over the world, each given an opportunity to try Yum Pouch for themselves. We eagerly await their return and their social media comments because word of mouth is key in this industry. The internet and its influencers will do much advertising for us, and most of our sales will be online. We will hit the ground here in Michigan by approaching local shops and using personal connections throughout the state. We will expand by doing trade shows, appearing at organized events, and traveling to popular stops along the country's major trails. The $10,000 I am seeking will be used in the production and promotion of Yum Pouch dehydrated meals, starting in our beautiful home state of Michigan and growing to become a nationally recognized company known for delicious food, commitment to good health, and respect for our planet. Yum Pouch is here. Dream it, feed it, achieve it. Thank you.
Congratulations, Susie. Great job.
Thank you.
So have you heard about any early feedback from the Iditarod?
Well, only one person has finished yet, and he set a record. I just checked on Facebook. I'm following them. So no feedback yet.
Because most are on the trail. So
yes.
Okay.
Yes. There are two races. One is 350 miles. Those people are finishing in the next couple of days. And there's 1,000 miles, which is going to take at least 3 weeks. So I don't expect to hear anything for a month at this,
Okay. Did you track them? Did you get their information as well when you handed them out so you could follow up to see if they enjoyed,
I
the
kept
meal?
track. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
I kept
that's all
track
right.
of who was who, but in terms of getting them to fill something out, no, I did not do that. I know
they probably were more concerned about the race. But
they were a little focused, yes.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations, Susie. That's exciting. When I read your plan and the information, the first question that jumped into my mind is, how'd you come up with the marketing in terms of, is it a kangaroo? Is that
kangaroo?
I understand the pouch connection, but how has that brand been, accepted and remembered? And talk a little bit about that branding and the connection. I know the pouch connection, but what kind of feedback have you received relative to the branding?
Well, that's a great question. So the kangaroo, I'm getting great feedback, partly because he changes costume for each meal. I don't know if you saw that, but here he's got a little, there we go, Mexican look, or, Southwestern, I should say. Here is, he's got some chopsticks for a curry. He's wearing a mushroom hat. And this one, he's got a rubber chicken. And then we've got a label for meals that are going to be tried, but we haven't put them out yet. And he's lacking an outfit, but anyway, and we can ride on those. The feedback has been great. It's eye-catching. A lot of the packaging that's out there, and I wish I had some to show you. It's, a person sitting on a mountain eating out of a pouch with a fire going in the background, which is very literal. A lot of them, actually, they're all like that. This was a new direction, and it's been really well received.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Really quick, Susie, can you just talk a little bit about price point and food costs? We've obviously been seeing costs go up. I'm sure that affects your ingredients. What are your plans for maintaining a price level in the future?
Absolutely. Well, so right now I'm doing all of the meal preparation and dehydrating of the vegetables and all of it. And that I'm going to be looking toward buying bulk of already, previously dehydrated food. And that will probably reduce the cost. It'll definitely reduce the time, which will reduce the cost. But ingredients are going up all the time. And the only thing I can do, I'm not going to cut back on quality. So I've built in enough of a cushion, I hope, that it's going to provide, for increases. I hope it comes down.
I certainly hope so too, for your sake. And I'm sure once you get those good reviews back from Off the Trail, you won't have any problem at all. So thank you.
Hey, Susie, did you think about marketing to maybe some outdoor camps where the kids go tripping and whatnot? Because my kids went to a camp like that. And
fantastic. Yeah, I should have mentioned that. I'm learning about, Boy Scout camps and that kind of thing, the outdoor camps. In fact, there was a woman at this race I just met on Sunday who runs an outfitters in Utah, an outfitter for women, and they do rock climbing excursions. They go like for a week or two at a time. So she and I definitely exchanged information, and that's the kind of, I see that being a real focus, on a larger scale, and any group that's out in the field, military, any group that's out in the field in extended periods of time. Little kids, I like that. So that's good.
Thanks, Susie. That is time. I'll have to jump in there. Great job.
Thank you.
Great job. Good luck.
Thanks,
Thank you very
Susie. Okay, and now I want to bring in our final finalist for the first round of startup pitches. And this is Dr. Christa Murphy with Joy Family Health. Hello, Dr. Murphy. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. It's so good to be here. Thank you, everybody, for having me.
Yes, well, we're excited for you to pitch. And so how this is going to work is when you start talking, Laura will start the 3-minute timer. When she calls time, you can finish your sentence. Then you'll go into your interaction with the judges. So take a deep breath when you're ready.
Hello, I'm Dr. Christa Murphy and the founder and owner of Joy Family Health, an innovative family medicine practice in Holland, Michigan. I'm asking for $10,000 to restore the doctor-patient relationship. I kept thinking there must be a better way. I didn't become a physician to be on a treadmill of endless paperwork and rushed patient visits fueled by high overhead in an insurance-based model. I want to truly care for people. Every year, 45,000 Americans die as a direct result of not having access to health care. That's more than twice as many as were murdered last year. Many more are resistant to even try to see a doctor because they feel not heard and powerless. Primary care physicians have an average of only 7 minutes with a patient. And if a patient calls a doctor to see them for a sick visit, they're often referred to the ER or urgent care, further skyrocketing both frustrations and cost. COVID has widened the mistrust between medical professionals and the general community. Something needs to change. Joy Family Health is a simple answer to our modern healthcare dilemma. As an alternative to billing insurance, I use a low monthly membership model similar to the cost of a cell phone or gym membership. I rebuild patient trust by taking time to listen. I offer easy access to care and a simple, transparent pricing model, bringing full spectrum, whole person centered primary care services to all ages. By taking the administrative burden of insurance out of the equation, I'm able to offer a standard 1-hour office appointment. Patients may email, text, or call me directly and have easy access to same or next day appointments here in my peaceful and inviting office via telehealth, and I even do home visits. I have partnered with wholesale pharmacy and lab companies to offer steeply discounted services as a value to my patients, making seeking healthcare very affordable, whether you have insurance or no insurance. I have found a different way, a better way, and I love it. and my patients do too. I believe Joy Family Health is the future of medicine. And along with my members and community partners, I'm asking for your support to take it to the next level. My vision for using the $10,000 prize money is to obtain top-notch computer and medical equipment to allow me to improve efficiency, expand patient services, and promote marketing opportunities. Joy Family Health is creating a space where going to your doctor is not just simple and affordable, but a true joy.
Great job. Congratulations on your presentation.
Thank you.
So for catastrophic or more serious health issues, your patients are going to have to carry, some sort of, catastrophic insurance as well.
Yes, absolutely. So with this model, we recommend that people still have catastrophic insurance. And the idea is that we're really putting insurance back to where it belongs. So instead of, for instance, for our cars, we don't have insurance to pay for every repair or every maintenance feature. We have it for the emergencies, and that's really where it belongs in healthcare as well. And so I do take care of people without insurance because I'm fulfilling that need. But even with them, I will recommend that they get some kind of a plan. Health sharing plans work really well with this. There are catastrophic plans. And then, of course, a high deductible plan can also work really well with people. But even with those plans, we really reduce, people even with insurance, the costs in general are reduced because they're not paying copays, they're not paying for deductibles, and the cost on everything else is brought down low also.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
So thank you so much. Great presentation. The idea is certainly something, that we think about as we look at, cutting healthcare costs. So congratulations. My question surrounds the feasibility and the capacity that one physician may have, in terms of, the number of patients that you can see in one day, whether it's a mix of in-person home visit or telehealth. What have you found as your break-even point, your the mix of patients to be able to, either break even or generate a profit, given that you're using sort of a membership model, but you have different type of, service delivery, so to speak, to different types of patients?
Sure. So I think I heard a couple of questions in there. In terms of how many people I'm able to see in a day, so a typical primary care office under the traditional insurance-based plan will have on their panel about 2,500 to 3,000 patients. And in order to be able to care for them, status quo, they have to see about 1% of their patients a day. So they're seeing about 25 to 30 patients a day. And that's why it's so overwhelming and rushed and really makes it very challenging to care for people. So because I'm not billing insurance, I have reduced overhead by 75%. And so because of that, I only need to see about a quarter of the people that a traditional practice would do. So I would see 600 to 700 patients on my panel. And again, then 1% of those brings it down to it brings it down to 6 to 7 patients a day, allowing time to see a patient once every hour and still even have additional time in a full-time day. And then, yeah, you're welcome.
Dr. Murphy, I just want to applaud you for taking a different approach to healthcare that's really, truly patient-centered. I'm curious to know what your bandwidth is. It sounds like you are the doctor of all trades when it comes to running your office. So how sustainable is that for you? At what point do you bring on additional help for that? I just imagine it must be pretty taxing for you to take care of all the things.
Yeah, that's a great question, and I appreciate the heart behind it. Absolutely. So my vision here is, well, there are many people who do this model and continue in this solo model. So solo doctor and solo staff. So no staff just them. And it's easy to start out that way because I have a lot of technology that makes things possible. But my goal is once I hit 100 patients that I'll hire an additional staff. It'll be part-time initially. And so the goal is that will be this fall. And that was calculated into the business plan budget that I had there as far as expenses and such as well. And then and then we'll continue to increase this staffing as it's needed. But I do see that the benefit of adding that on in the future as well.
Great. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I have a question.
I will jump in there. I apologize. We probably are just running up against the time. So sorry about that. I paused and then I waited too long.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much, you guys.
Great
Thank
job.
you, Dr. Murphy.
Thank
Wonderful
you.
job. Okay, so with that, we are wrapping up our first round of the startup pitches. So we're going to take a short break. Judges, go ahead and send those first round of scores over to Kenneth Anene, who is our portfolio manager here at MWF. He's our master scorekeeper this evening, so thankful to have him. What you don't see is a lot of MWF staff behind the scenes working, so we are so grateful to have them with us. We are going to take a short break, so go ahead and grab a refill, grab a snack, stretch, and we'll see you back here in about 3 minutes. Always on mute. All right. Like I said, we're dusting off the cobwebs from last year, but we're so thrilled to be back this year for Woman Up and Pitch 2022, sponsored by Consumers Energy Foundation. Lots of you were out there joining us for the first round of pitches, which were the startup category pitches. And now we are moving into the established category pitches. So it's the same drill. They get 3 minutes to pitch, 5 minutes to interact with the judges. Some people have been asking, how can I vote for my favorite finalist? The good news is that you're going to be able to do that as soon as all of the pitches are over, and we will walk you through how you get to do that. Just a reminder, the audience choice vote gets $1,000. What's really cool is that this can go to anybody that pitched tonight. So if they win a cash prize, they could win an extra $1,000. Even if they don't win a cash prize, they're walking away with $1,000 tonight. You, the audience, are going to help us decide that in just a little bit. Right now, I want to go ahead and bring back our esteemed judges. There's Kim, there's Megan, there's Anna. I'm going to bring back our awesome timer, Laura. And I'm going to intro our first finalist in the established category. We have Alexis Black with Redefining Normal. Hi, Alexis. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you? I can't see anybody because I have my slides up, but hopefully.
Right, and we're going to bring those into the screen. We've got them in. There we go. Okay. So, Alexis, we can see you. We can hear you. I'm going to take myself off. Take a deep breath. You're going to kick off our second round here. When you start talking, Laura is going to start the 3-minute timer. When she calls time, you can finish your sentence. Then you'll move into your question and answer with the judges. So, like I said, take a deep breath. You got this. When you're
awesome. And so you can hear me. Everything's good?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Well, hi, everybody. My name is Alexis Black, and we are seeking $10,000 for our company, Redefining Normal. 70% of Americans experience at least one form of trauma in their lifetime, and this has been exacerbated by COVID-19. Has trauma become cultural in our communities and families? Well, trauma can last up to 5 generations in a single family. And on any given day, there are more than 400,000 youth in the foster care system in our country, and that is just some of that damage. My husband and I are both foster care alumni, so I'm not speaking from the outside looking in. I actually started this company seeing myself in the people that we serve. And I know you're probably thinking, what is redefining normal? Well, your normal is the identity that has been shaped by your family, community, and society. And as former foster youth, we inherited a culture of ideas that was a reflection of the trauma of our family and community. And this became the reality that we had of ourselves. With the Redefining Normal company, we teach strategies of generational success and help minimize generational trauma through personal and professional development to those that have experienced trauma and to their support community. To do this, we have 3 prongs to our company. 1, speaking engagements. We use these as a vehicle to deliver our content, sell books, and deliver messages to audiences while allowing us to build relationships and welcome people to join the movement and our ecosystem of support. 2, publishing. We actually own our own publishing house that allows us to produce and maintain the rights to our products, as well as support other authors and speakers. Lastly, coaching. That brings our message full circle, where we give clients inside access to products and services beyond presentations and events. We've even had the opportunity to speak on stages alongside prolific individuals such as John Maxwell. And these are just a few of the incredible examples of the testimonials that we've received along the way. Part of our work as well is our duty to give back to future generations. And that is why we developed an intensive internship program contributing to skill development, maintaining low costs, and preparing us to scale with our future plans. What started as a book has turned into a movement. In our first year, we have impacted over 15,000 people through these avenues and became best-selling authors with our book, Redefining Normal. We've sold over 7,000 copies as self-published authors, won 11 book awards, and also joined Forbes Next 1000. Again, we are asking for $10,000 to primarily support us in product development and rebranding. We are looking for funding as well as mentorship to support us in these next stages of expansion. With this opportunity, you're investing in the autonomy of communities, the betterment of families, and the change needed in society. Are you ready to invest in the future of communities and to join the Redefining Normal movement?
Great job, Alexis.
Thank you.
A nice presentation.
I'll stop sharing, so hopefully I can see people. There we go.
So can you tell me how you get, I mean, congratulations on your book as well. Is it the book that led you to the journey of the speaking engagements and then, you know, getting this idea about, you know, collaborating and building this population and collaboration with others that have been through similar experiences?
Yes, absolutely. So it did start as a book. And from that, we actually thought that we were going to focus completely on healthy relationships because that wasn't something my husband and I were exposed to growing up. But then it turned into something much bigger around what are our definitions of healthy and love and community and all these things that we never even thought of and nobody ever even questioned us. And most people just generally go along with what they see in their family and community. And that has become normalized. And a lot of that in our lives, especially as people who've experienced trauma, that a lot of those habits and patterns tend to be very toxic and unhealthy.
Well, Alexis, congratulations. It is a great concept. I love your energy and your clarity and, you know, the direct experience. I have one question. As we think about how the foster care system is evolving and the entrance into that foster care system, particularly from individuals coming from other countries, how would you address or think about looking at providing your programs, your book, or your presentations in another language to reach those audiences, to bridge, you know, bring those competencies and those skills that you are using to that part of the market sector?
Yeah, great question. And actually, we have put some thought into that. We really want the ideas and the principles and other things that we've encompassed in our book to be shared widely and cross different barriers that are there, such as language. And so our book is actually coming out in a Spanish version next month. So we've already, you know, gone through that process, and we hired actually a good friend that supported us through that process. And so we're looking at other languages as well. So right now the focus is going to be on Spanish, and then we're going to offer other options as well. And then we even we released our audiobook last year for those busy individuals or individuals that don't even like to read as much. So we really wanted to make sure that we're increasing accessibility as much as possible.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Alexis, great job talking about a subject that we all need to be talking about more these days, which is just trauma and mental health overall. So great job bringing that to the forefront. I'm curious to know a little bit more about sort of the speaking circles that you're on and some of the conferences that you go to. I know you're trying to build some other parts of the business so that you don't have to do those speaking engagements as much and a little less with the travel. But how difficult is it to be finding new conferences? Do you find that you can sort of repeat at conferences year after year? Do you always have to be searching for new? What does that look like?
Yeah, so actually what's really been amazing is as we built out our internship program, so interns have actually supported us in that outreach, which has been amazing. But we've actually haven't done that much outreach in the last year. Pretty much all the conferences and speaking engagements have come to us. So we are booked out till June or July, I think, every single weekend. We're gone. And it's pretty much 1 to 3 weeks a month now. And their organization's really coming to us. So it's really been a blessing.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
All right. If there are no more questions, then we are all set. Thank you so much, Alexis. Great job.
Awesome.
Thank you, Alexis.
Thank you. Great job.
All right. And that was, again, Alexis Black with Redefining Normal. All right. In the established category, up next, we have Sandy Jonick with You Plant Landscape Designs. Hi, Sandy. How are you?
I'm great. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Also
Okay.
looking at us from the West Michigan Home and Garden Show. So we've got a crowd down there tonight. I love it. Okay, so we can hear you. We can see you. How this works is when you start talking, Laura starts the 3-minute timer. She'll cut you off at 3 minutes. You can finish your sentence. Then you interact with the judges. So take a deep breath. Now's your time to shine.
All right. I have once faced a problem that many homeowners face. They are eager to create a beautiful space to spend more time with family and friends, create beautiful curb appeal, add a fire pit or patio to the backyard, or create a space to relax and enjoy, but may not have the money to hire a landscape company to complete the project. They often visit a greenhouse in an attempt to create a landscape, but may lack the knowledge of plant material and landscape practices, so leave empty-handed feeling frustrated. The landscape company does not recognize the do-it-yourself homeowner, so we have created a solution to meet these needs while being cost-effective. Hello, I'm Sandy Jonick, founder of Upland Landscape Designs, presenting from my booth at the West Michigan Home and Garden Show. So how does our service work? We meet with the homeowner on site for a free consultation, evaluate the space, and discuss their ideas. Then, using our knowledge of plant material, soil type, light, and color, create a design they can install themselves. After creating the designs, we provide a detailed plant list to shop with and clearly labeled images for easy plant placement. We educate them on plant care and provide ongoing customer service, while potentially saving them thousands of dollars if they were to hire a landscape company. With the extensive growth of new construction and homeowners looking to improve their existing homes with do-it-yourself projects, we are in the right place for continued growth. This business has gone from a side gig, generating a sales revenue of $6,800 in 2019, to my working full-time starting in June of last year to generate sales of over $42,000. I am asking for $10,000 to grow my business by expanding my marketing efforts. The money will enable me to participate in home and garden shows, partner with greenhouses to promote lead generation, and thank our clients with gift cards for referrals. We work from home and meet clients on site. Low overhead means higher profits. More clients means a more sustainable business. Statistics project a 4.2% rise in do-it-yourself home projects in 2022. And the landscape services industry is stating that homeowners are planning to spend over $1 billion in 2022, and we are eager for a piece of that pie. Our goal is to reach the point where every do-it-yourself homeowner can create a beautiful landscape that they can be proud of and to add beauty to every community. The $10,000 prize money will assist us in getting there. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath now.
Great job, Sandy.
Thank you.
What a unique idea. Are you finding that, is there a lot of do-it-yourselfers out there? Because I am not very good at digging holes, personally.
The do-it-yourself market.
I love the concept of you getting the plan to people and then they going and implementing it.
Yeah, the do-it-yourself market has increased just unbelievably, especially with COVID and the do-it-yourself TV shows, like Fixer Upper and, the Extreme Landscape Show and all of those shows. So yes, I don't think the DIY market is going anywhere anytime soon.
All right.
As an example, the last time we did the home show in 2020, we had 100 people sign up for consultations. Of that, 87 of those 100 signed contracts for designs.
Great.
So I think the do-it-yourself market is going strong.
Great. Good for you. Thank you.
Sandy, great job, and kudos to you for coming to us live from the garden show downtown.
Thank you.
So thank you. Great enthusiasm. My question surrounds inventory in terms of you working with the greenhouses, or do you hold your own inventory, and what do those costs look like?
I do not hold any inventory. I partner with greenhouses to promote lead generation and to give back to the local economy. So when I do a design in a specific area, then I recommend the greenhouses in that area to the homeowner for purchase. So they can actually purchase the plants as time and budget allows for them to get them planted while, again, working with all of the local greenhouses. So really it's a win-win situation for both me and the greenhouse.
Thank you.
Well, Cindy, I love the concept. I'll be very honest. My husband and I are in the market for a home right now. And with home prices rising around West Michigan, I imagine a lot of people are going to be coming to you to save some money on landscaping. I have a question for you about scale and growth, because I think you'll need to be dealing with that sooner rather than later.
Yes.
With you as the main consultant, and I know you're hiring a part-time designer, but what plans do you have to help scale, to help reach more people? Certainly, if it's only you that's talking to folks all the time, you may reach some limitations. So what are you looking to do?
Right. So with the addition of another landscape designer, that frees me up more to meet with clients on site. But our goal is that when we are able to reach a revenue of $80,000, we're actually building a business model right now that we can take to other locations. The designer and the customer service piece would always stay remote. So those people could work from anywhere. At that point, I would hire a person to do sales / meet with the homeowner on site to sell the designs.
Mm-hmm.
That person would need to just have either a background in landscape or horticultural background. And, of all the landscape companies out there, there's a lot of those people. So I don't see a problem with filling those positions, primarily because a good portion of that would be remote. And I keep looking down at my screen instead of looking at my camera because I can see your pictures.
That is fine. That is fine. Well, congratulations. A really excellent concept. And I'm sure we'll hopefully be seeing the fruits of your labors in yards around town this spring.
Yeah. To date, I started in 2019, as a side gig, like I said. So far I've created almost 400 designs for West Michigan homeowners. So, and with the Home and Garden Show this weekend, I'm hoping to get, a whole bunch more signed up. So super exciting.
Hey, Sandy, do you have any competition that just does what you do? I know that there's, others that do the implementation, but is there anybody like you out there?
I'm sorry, somebody's on the speaker. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Currently, there's only one other place that does something similar, but the homeowner is required to take their own photos, go to the greenhouse. The greenhouse will do maybe a pencil sketch and then sell them the plants from their greenhouse. So to answer your question, no. And when I was working for a greenhouse, that's how I came up with the idea, because I did have a gentleman call and say, I have a shovel. I can dig a hole. I just don't know where to dig it or what to put in it. And so that's where I came up with the idea, because there really are not landscape companies offering this service. I did research of over 50 West Michigan greenhouses and could not find anybody offering service even close to what I'm doing. So the answer is no.
Great, thanks, Sandy. I'm going to cut you off there. Great job.
All right.
Great job. Thank you.
All right, we'll let you back to your booth, Sandy. Okay. Man, it's a hopping place down there. Next, I want to bring in Destinee Keener with Kuntry Cookin. Hi, Destinee. How are you?
Hi, how's everybody?
Great. Well, hey, we can see you and we can hear you, which is great. So when you start talking, Laura is going to start the 3-minute timer for your pitch. When she calls time, you can finish your sentence. Then you'll move into your Q&A with the judges. So with that, take a deep breath. I know you've got this. And when you are ready, Laura will start timing.
Hello, beautiful people. I'm Destinee Keener Sargent, co-owner with my husband, Keeny, of Country Cookin, a food truck and catering business located in Muskegon, Michigan. We began the business in 2015 from our home as a necessity after losing my job and a debilitating motorcycle accident involving my husband in 2016. The accident catapulted us into legitimizing our small business. We've had the opportunity to operate a bar and grill and now own and operate out of our 24-foot food trailer. I am manifesting and claiming $10,000 from this pitching opportunity. I appreciate each judge for your time as I detail in just a few quick minutes about who we are, the journey we've traveled, where we're destined, and why Country Cookin is deserving of 10K. As stated in my intro, Country Cookin is a mobile food catering company. Utilizing our food trailer, we offer a plethora of meal options, all made from scratch, such as traditional American fare, creative pasta dishes, seafood steams, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Creole, and our top sellers, lamb chops, scrimp egg rolls, and shrimp and grits. In addition to catering to the public with bag-and-go options, we also provide private catering for weddings, funerals, graduations, baby showers, and more. We know our market very well and currently are the only business that offers food options from numerous cultures. Food is comfort, and we provide the love and soul that many of our customers miss from their childhood countries or simply from traveling the world. Many of our competitors prefer the quickness and ease of utilizing pre-made products, but at Country Cookin, we are proud to serve items made from scratch. Most food trucks provide the same items: Mexican, barbecue, and deep fried foods. We pride ourselves in providing meals that not only are delectable, but good for the body, mind, and soul. Additionally, we cater to food allergies and specific food preferences. COVID has changed how people dine. According to Olipo.com, statistically, the growth of the food truck industry is outgrowing the overall commercial restaurant industry at 5.4% versus 4.3%. The mobile food truck industry earns $2 billion plus of revenue per year in the United States. The forecast for the food truck industry is expected to expand at 4.9% CAGR through 2026. Country Cookin continues to build revenue each year. In 2018, sales were about $54K. We have since grown to a six-figure small business. Our name is known throughout our community, and our plans for 2022 include embarking on a food truck park, picking up more corporate customers, and venturing into the Grand Rapids area. In closing, we need the 10K. With it, we will purchase and install a fire suspension system for $5,500, which will be a requirement for food trucks in my community within the next 18 months. And it's already a requirement for counties that we'd like to do business in. $1,600 will be used to purchase a quiet generator, which is necessary at most locations that we partnership with. And the remaining $2,900 will be utilized to purchase a gently used refrigerated prep table. Thank you for your time. Hey, mama, and I love y'all, Muskegon, for y'all support.
Great presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, how did you come up with your menu?
Well, funny story. So when I lost my job, at the same time, my husband, who is, he has a felony, and he had, at the same day, he received paperwork that his felony would not be expunged. And we sat on our bed, boohoo crying, and we asked God at that moment. We just said, Lord, please show us what we're doing wrong so we won't keep bumping our heads. So my husband immediately, he said, we're going to sell barbecue. And I said, no, we're not going to sell no barbecue. And he said, we're going to sell barbecue. You just take care of the size. We're going to sell barbecue. And I said, no, we're not, babe. He said, I'm just going to go take a ride. This man comes back with all these barbecue ribs. I don't have no job. I don't know where money's going to come from. And I at this point, I got to make these sides. So we came up with Country Cookin Friday with this barbecue. And and we just spread it over our social media. We sold out. So we said, okay, we'll try it again. Still had no money. So I took the sales ads, broke down what was available, was cheap. And then we created a menu from what was cheap. We said we'll try it again because we sold out that next Friday. And I did the very same thing. Woke up early on Sunday, got the sales ads, built a menu, created our own sauces from whatever was on sale. And we just went on the road. And that's just how we began.
That's a great story. Thank you.
That's so awesome. I have to tell you that when I read your business plan and saw your menu, and I did it between 6 and 7 and dinner time, and I was really disappointed that I was not close to Muskegon. So, no, wonderful concept. My question surrounds your menu. Your offering is very extensive. And so, and especially since you're doing it from scratch cooking, how do you control your costs with such a vast menu of offerings?
Well, our menu, it looks vast in size, but some of the product are used repeatedly if you like really focus in on it. And then we also use products that are not super expensive. And that idea came about from our wedding when we spent enough to practically buy a car by the time the catering was done with. And we said, this is not affordable. I know what it costs to like purchase this stuff. I know what it costs to prepare it. And this is just not realistic. And so that's why we ended up creating super budget menus at $7 a person, budget menus at $12 a person. And so we just kind of repeat items. We can mix certain items up to create other dishes. And it's just how my family taught me. My family taught me, use what you got and make it stretch.
Right. Thank you.
Well, Destinee, I have to say, this is one of those times where I wish I had samples sitting in front of me. It's kind of a bummer we're doing this virtual, but I trust that your products are awesome. And I'll tell you the truth, I don't really have any questions. I think you did a great job with the presentation, and just wish you all the best of luck. It's a great venture.
Yes, great presentation. Thank you.
I have a question. What's your competition there in Muskegon for this type of meals and fare?
So for food trucks, there is really no competition for us when it comes to food trucks because our fare is so much different. A good deal of the food trucks in our area is typically barbecue, typically Mexican American, Latin, and then your fried chicken, your fried fish. And so when we first started off with Kuntry Cooking, people could not fathom the idea of shrimp and grits. And we literally, the first day we decided to do shrimp and grits, we might have had like 20 sales. And that 20 sales spread like wildfire to the next. We did it again a month later, and we served in one day over 350 bowls of shrimp and grits.
Wow.
So we just go out the box. We travel and we go out the box. I find foods that me and my husband, we really enjoy. Especially when you're working with and going to third world countries, you're seeing how they're able to make it. And so I said, well, I can do that back home, and I can add my little flair to it, our little country cooking flair to it. And that's just what we do.
Okay. And do you do parties and cater parties and whatnot?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yes, ma'am. We are a premier caterer at one of our huge event centers here. And then additionally, we first started off like really getting our business out there by throwing an event called Tucks and Chucks, where we have live musician, we have DJ, and we have different samples of our food. It's all in one ticket. And we always choose different venues throughout Muskegon. So it gives you a feel of us and kind of our tasty soul love, all together.
Thank you, Destinee. I'm going to have to cut you off there. Great job.
Thank you. Great job.
Good
Thanks,
luck.
Destinee. Nice job. I know where my next stop is when I'm in Muskegon next, because I'm digging that shrimp and grits for sure. I got to try that. Okay, our next finalist in the established category is Dr. Amelia Kenyon. She is with Professional Education Services. Dr. Kenyon, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Great. Well, we can see you, we can hear you. So how this works is when you start talking, Laura starts your 3-minute timer and she'll cut you off. At 3 minutes, you can finish your sentence. You'll go into your judges' Q&A session after that. Okay. So Take a deep breath and let it out. When you are ready, you can start.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, judges. 10 years ago, I was at a conference and was asked if I could be doing anything besides what I was currently doing as a nurse, what would I be doing? Without missing a beat, I immediately said that I would start a certified nurse assistant training school, or a CNA school. It was a dream that was planted in me many years ago when I had taken a CNA training course myself. Fast forward to today, and I am now living my dream of owning that CNA training school and meeting a tremendous need of training healthcare workers of the future. Professional Education Services was started in late 2020, and our license for both the post-secondary school and CNA training center were issued in February 2021. In the first year that we've been operational, we've grossed $241,000 just in that first year, and our goal was $150,000. So we exceeded that by nearly $100,000. Over the next 5 years, our plan is to open at least 10 more centers, 5 here in Michigan and 5 in other states. Within 10 years, we hope to have at least 20 schools nationwide to train CNAs. By year 5, we anticipate income exceeding just over $1 million a year, and we anticipate having a $7 to $8 million business in the next 10 years. PES is completely debt-free in our operations. Currently in the state of Michigan, there are only around 200 schools that train CNAs. Many schools shut down during the COVID-19 lockdowns, and many never reopened. Some are continuing to shut down because it's very hard to find qualified nursing staff to train these students. Students come to us in many different ways. We accept sponsorships from long-term care facilities. We also work with programs like Michigan Works, who provide scholarships to some of our students. And then also we serve students who wish to independently pay for and obtain their certification. We partner with numerous agencies and groups throughout West Michigan to help get the word out about our programs. And we're the only CNA training school in West Michigan to offer evening and weekend hours. According to recent job searches and outlooks, 1 in 3 positions in nursing homes where our CNAs primarily work are currently unfilled. Mercer reports that by 2025, there will be a CNA shortage of 95,000 positions in the United States. The AARP reports that at least 60% of nursing homes throughout the United States report staffing shortages, and nearly 80% of those report concern that that may cause them to close. This data demonstrates a huge need for more nursing assistants to be trained in the future. We are asking for $10,000 to help us take the next steps in advancing our training programs. We want to be able to operate as a testing center, to update our computer equipment, purchase testing supplies, and we're currently scouting for our next location over on the lakeshore. These funds will really help us to achieve these goals, and I thank you for your consideration.
Well done. Thank you for your presentation. You know, given the fact that there is a shortage in CNAs and nurses in general, how are you going to scale up with regard to getting enough people to train nurses for the CNAs?
That's a great question. You know, one of the biggest ways I think that we will do that going forward is to partner with nursing schools. A lot of them operate on a point system where if you're going to attend nursing school, they set up that point system, and then that determines if you're going to have placement in their nursing program. So if they've worked as a CNA, of course, they'll get higher placement on that list. So now that the schools are opening back up again to in-person instruction and our ability to get in and market with those schools, that's really, I think, where we're going to start focusing more.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kenyon. I really enjoyed reading your business plan and, you know, all the things that you are doing. Certainly you are meeting a market need that is just going to keep growing significantly. As your market, you know, grows, so does the population, and so do the demographics change, you know, not only in Michigan, but in other states. Can you talk a little bit about how you are accessing the diverse population and underrepresented groups to choose this as a career path?
Yeah, that's a great question. One of the ways that we do that is because, you know, we know a lot of our students come to us, they're from very diverse populations. We have a lot of ESL students that go through our program. So one way that we have done that, that we're currently doing is we're partnering with adult education programs to get the word out. We have reached out to the local Hispanic Center to let them know about our training opportunities. We're also looking to get all of our trainers certified as ESL trained instructors. So those are some of the different ways that we're doing that. We're also meeting with high school counselors and sending them marketing information and information about our programs and letting them know, hey, for your students that, maybe can't pay for this out of pocket, we have options for them. We have scholarships, we have sponsorships, and let us help them. Let us help them obtain that information.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Kenyon, congrats on your success and on all the people that you've graduated through. I'm looking at that sign behind you and I'm seeing notes and signatures. I'm assuming those must be some of your graduates. So that's a great visual there.
Thank you.
I'm curious to know if you have any plans to expand your product offering. I mean, obviously CNAs is something you specialize in. Are there any thoughts about the future recertification programs or any other facets of the CNA career?
Yes, absolutely. And not just for CNAs either. One of the things that we're looking to expand into doing is offering different in-services. One of our sponsors that we currently work with actually just came to us and asked, hey, can you guys set up like a phlebotomy training for my nurses so that they can, relearn how to place IVs and things like that. So, looking at that as an aspect. We're also right now, currently, I'm developing a CEU course for CNAs. They're required to have 12 CEUs a year. So they'll be able to log online. They'll have access for over a year, and they'll be able to complete all of their CEUs right online. So we're looking at lots of different opportunities. I would also love to write CEU courses for nurses. So the sky's the limit, and we're always looking for different opportunities where we can provide nursing education.
Awesome. Thank you.
I don't have any other questions. Great job.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Kenyon. Way to go.
Thank you so much.
Great job, Dr. Amelia Kenyon with Professional Education Services. Okay, and we have come to our final pitch of the evening in the established category. We have Christina Van Damme with Zeal Aerial Fitness. Hi, Christina. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good. Well, hey, we can see you. We can hear you. I just put your slides into the stream here. So how this works is when you start talking, Laura will start the 3-minute timer. She is going to cut you off at 3 minutes. You can finish your sentence and move into your Q&A with the judges. So now is your time. It is your time to shine. So when you are ready, start your presentation.
If you're like most people, you probably have multiple gym memberships that you may or may not have used. You may get bored and begin dreading going to the gym. But imagine being able to take your regular routine on the treadmill and transform it into something with a little more zeal. Zeal is defined as great energy or enthusiasm in pursuit of a cause or an objective. At Zeal, we offer aerial classes to help people find passion in themselves. We are the first aerial studio in West Michigan that is inclusive. All are welcome, regardless of body type, age, or gender. Research has shown us that individuals are longing for a place to belong. One of the things that differentiates us from a typical gym is our community-driven mission, which focuses on building individuals up physically, emotionally, and mentally. Our teachers are proactive about intentional conversations. We listen to our customers' needs and are proud to be in active conversations with other communities dedicated to the well-being of all. We are currently working on a partnership with EDA. Customers consistently speak about the feeling of belonging at Zeal. Community outside of the walls of Zeal is important to us as well. Zeal partners with local nonprofits to raise awareness about issues in our community. We highlight a different nonprofit every 6 months and partner with it for volunteer opportunities and provide financial support. We have individuals who come from a very large radius at Zeal, including Traverse City. And due to that, our long-term goal at Zeal is to open more locations to better serve our customers. We will also continue to expand class offerings and hire more teachers. Our expanded locations will offer flexible scheduling, a key competitive advantage. With our scheduling app, customers can pick when they would like to come to class. We will also keep our advantage with our strong community and offer exciting new classes, unique workshops, and engaging events. According to IHRSA, boutique gyms have grown by 121% within the last 4 years. Boutique fitness is not a fad. Using the $10,000 to build community awareness of our mission through strategic marketing will ignite our growth. resulting in the need for additional teacher training. With the winnings, we will reach and teach more individuals. Word of mouth marketing has been our strongest asset, but now we need to have a strategic plan implemented by an expert to maintain our customers we have, convert prospects, and plant seeds for expansion. We will also invest in an individual to help develop our teacher training program. Having a certified program will bring us another revenue stream. This individual will work with the owner to continue development for our current and future staff. We're exploring opportunities to partner with accredited programs. Lastly, we will use the remaining money to invest in new equipment at the studio. At Zeal, we are about more than just fitness. We are a community filled with passion. We are confident that this $10,000 will propel our momentum forward. We're inviting you as the judges to join in our community. People are looking for a place to engage in community and feel like they belong. Zeal provides this space for individuals now and expects to in the future. So ditch the treadmill and come fly with Zeal.
Great job. Thank you. How did you get into this business?
So I actually lived out in Utah, and a friend invited me to come try out a studio, and it was amazing. There was a lot of different studios in the area, in the Salt Lake area. And then when we moved back to Grand Rapids, there wasn't anything that had everything under one roof that was inclusive and membership based.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Well, that's an exciting business, and I love all the photos and that it's so inclusive with, a place for all. I'm afraid of heights, so I don't think I would do something with heights. But my question surrounds, the types of exercises and the types of equipment that you use. How do you address liability, of someone like me that it would not do pole exercising and I'd go plop. So how do you address that?
Yeah, so we actually have specific insurance for aerials through American Circus Educators. They are located out in the California area, so we are a part of their group. And they get insurance that's very specific for what we do. And then obviously everyone signs a waiver when they come into the studio as well.
Thank you.
Christina, super fun concept. Awesome that it's here. I lived in DC for a little bit, and there was one of these studios nearby, and I thought, I want to go fly like a trapeze artist. This looks amazing. I'm curious to hear a little bit more about the teacher training and instructors, and how do you attract and retain talent for this kind of thing? Are there people out there who do this full time? Are these sort of hobbies and passion projects that people do on the side? But how do you grow that base of teachers and instructors?
So we have all of our individuals are part-time right now. Most of them do other jobs during the day. But we have a very diverse group of teachers. There are people who have been performers in other countries, and they somehow end up here in good old Grand Rapids, Michigan. And they have the passion for the arts, and that's how they come in. So right now we have a 6-month training program for our individuals to become teachers, to just really show that they're dedicated to teaching, because teaching aerials and doing aerials is very different. And then we've also created a custom curriculum for our studio, just so everyone has the same verbiage, and everyone who is teaching, that level 1 silks class throughout the week, it's the similar moves that they're teaching throughout the week.
Great, thank you.
Is there anybody, you said that you didn't find any outfits that had one-stop shopping with all the different, what would your competitors just have 1 or 2 of your offerings and not all of the offerings?
Yes, and actually we just added bungee, and we are the only studio in West Michigan to have bungee now. So there are offshoots that have, just one apparatus or different things, but we are the only one who has them all, and now the only one to have bungee.
All right, great. Well, good luck to you, Christina.
Thank you.
Great job.
Great job. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christina. Wonderful job. All right, we'll let her go. Okay, so there you have it. There is all of our pitches this evening. There's 10 finalists. We had 5 in the startup, 5 in the established. Judges, you now have the task ahead of you of deciding who gets that cash prize money in each category. We're going to let you go to your top secret teams meeting now. So you can go ahead and exit here, and we will talk to you later. Have a wonderful evening. You all did such a great job. We really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So we will let them go. Sorry, Alexis, pushing in there just a little too early. We got lots of things moving around backstage here. Laura, here we are again.
Yes.
What do you think?
Oh, it was fantastic. It's always fantastic, but what an amazing, impressive group of entrepreneurs and a great panel of judges again this year.
I thought so too. And now the moment that everyone has been waiting for, the audience choice vote. So we're going to go ahead and throw the link to vote into the chat on both Facebook and YouTube. So audience members, what you want to do is click that link. It'll take you to a survey website. We're just going to collect your name, your email, so we make sure you vote only once. So go ahead, click that link. You can vote for your favorite finalist. This is a reminder that whoever wins this prize gets $1,000 tonight. It could be an additional $1,000 to someone who wins first, second, or third place. It could be somebody who doesn't get the prize money, but they still get $1,000, which is really cool. So this is up to you, the audience, to do it. We, again, go ahead and click the link that is in the chat in both Facebook and YouTube and do that. So Laura, while people are doing that, kind of going to give them a couple minutes here. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do here at MWF as a loan officer? Like how long you've been here, what your job entails? Can you give us a little bit of background there?
Sure. So as Ellie said, I'm a loan officer. I started with Michigan Women Forward back in November of 2020 on the exact same day as one of my fellow loan officers. So almost a year and a half now. It's been great. And yeah, we have a microloan fund here at MWF. We offer microloans for all entrepreneurs, not just women owned for that particular program, up to $50,000. We do work with entrepreneurs both throughout the application process as a loan officer, and we have other members of our team in business development and technical assistance, business coaching to work on business plans and financial projections and really help entrepreneurs prepare their application for approval. After they get approved either through an internal review or by the loan committee. They enter our portfolio and work with our portfolio manager for the life of the loan, where we continue to support entrepreneurs, both with MWF programming and also referring to other resources and partners for legal assistance, accounting and bookkeeping, really everything an entrepreneur needs. If we can't do it for them, we really try to match them with people who can help.
Great. Well, and you, along with some of our other loan officers, we have Ben Jarek and we have Jennifer Moon, who aren't on, but as I mentioned, we have people working behind the scenes tonight, and so and with us every day, of course, at MWF, and so we just enjoy working together. I was really fortunate enough to join Laura's team and the WEI team this year, so that's a lot of fun, and I have a good time with that. So. Reminder, vote for your favorite pitch this evening using the link that was posted in the Facebook and the YouTube chats. That person will win $1,000, which we are going to announce just a little bit later. Laura, I think I'm going to let you go. Thanks so much for your excellent timing. We'll see you back here, same time, same place next week for the Mid-Michigan pitch, which
I look forward to it.
Another great round of pitches that we're excited for.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Thanks, Ellie.
All right. So good to see you. We'll talk to you later. Okay. So one last plug, one reminder, because we're going to shut it down soon. Go ahead and use that link to vote for your favorite finalist pitch this evening. And that person is going to win $1,000. In the past, when this has been in person, we really enjoy having some of the previous winners back to tell us a little bit about their experience pitching and what they did, what they were feeling, what they've done with the money since. So we have the opportunity to hear from a few of our previous winners from last year. And so first we are going to hear from Felicia Rodriguez, and she owns Wear Your Curls. So let's watch this.
For most women, hair is everything. It all began for me with my natural hair journey. I came up with a product for myself, something that I could sleep with at night, that I would be able to take it off the next morning and not have to redo my hair. And it makes all the difference for anyone wanting to go natural. My mom got an email from Michigan Women Forward and talked about this pitch competition for women-owned businesses. So when I finally got enough reminders, I said, you know what, let me just go for it. So I finally pitched. I felt like it was going to be really complicated. I had a business model canvas, but not an actual, pages with a legitimate business plan. So I think for me, that was the biggest thing where I had to sit down and force myself to do this, research everything, figure out where I was going. We all had a business coach or mentor. But they also had that where you could actually practice your pitch and get feedback from actual people. They also had training where they had different sessions where you could practice, where they could tell you what they were going to be looking for. You see what everyone else has to offer too, and you're like, oh, that's really good, or they have a really good business, or they have a really good service or idea. So I was so nervous and so much anxiety. It felt amazing to win. It proves that if you really just truly go for it, and if you believe in what you have or what you're offering, you have just as much of a chance as anyone else, as the next person. So I think it's amazing that they have this, that they promote this, and that it is specifically for women.
Right. So great to hear that from Felicia Rodriguez, who was the first place winner in one of the categories last year at our West Michigan WomanUp and Pitch competition. And now we have, and I know this person has been watching because I've seen her commenting, Eva Marie Gugino with Goo Genius Draw Club. Hello, Eva Marie. And hello, Felicia, if you're out there as well. But I want to go ahead and give an update on Eva Marie. So here we go. Watch this.
So we are Goo Genius, and we cartoon everything.
I love drawing cartoons. It's what I've wanted to do for all of my life.
I love meeting new people. I love talking to people. So we've been in business 13 years, and we have grown a lot.
And what actually we are working on now is Draw Club.
We've had hundreds of kids come through. When the pandemic hit, all of the classes stopped. We started looking at putting the classes online.
We actually got a grant for Michigan Women Forward in the early fall, late summer, and we used that to sort of revamp our studio space so that we could actually do online classes.
In the midst of all the building and preparing the studio, the opportunity came through to apply for the WomanUp and Pitch competition. And so we applied and were accepted as finalists. I have always been the background person in our business, but this one had to be me. And so part of the WomanUp and Pitch competition is that they offer a seminar on how to pitch. We had several Zoom calls to go over our business plan, for me to practice our pitch. I truly went into the pitch competition night feeling like I'm a winner. Whether I win any money or not, I have learned so much about being a businesswoman and how to really present my business. As we're sitting there waiting, and they announce the third place winner and they announce the second place winner. And so when they called my name, it was really shock. It was a confirmation that our idea is a good one. To have other people look at it and say, we believe in that, we can see where this can go. And a few weeks, maybe a month after the pitch, we received a call as well from Michigan Women Forward, just checking in and saying, hey, how are you doing? Is there any other way we can help you? And I was so touched by that. Investing in people who don't always receive that kind of support is so important, because everybody has dreams. And with support and help, they can bring these dreams to fruition. The investment that Michigan Women Forward has put into our business and into me has really helped me take ownership of our business in a new way. And now I'm really ready to say I am a businesswoman.
Eva Marie, thank you so much for that update. At this time, I would like to bring in our Chief Lending Officer here at MWF, Alexis Dishman. Hi, Alexis. How are you?
Good evening. I'm wonderful. Hasn't this been fabulous?
Oh, I have so enjoyed the pitches. And, I got to hear them do some of the practice earlier. Well, I guess I was going to say this month, but I guess last month it was February. So they did some practice rounds. And just to hear the difference between the practice and tonight is you can tell they've been working so hard. So very proud of all of our finalists. And as always, they're so fun to listen to. So thanks for joining us, Alexis. So I'll let you take it from here.
Thank you. I'm so happy I'm not a judge tonight. Well, good evening. None of this would be possible without our sponsor, Consumers Energy Foundation. Let's watch the video.
When you think about caring for your community, what comes to mind? Maybe it's improving education or encouraging workforce development, fighting hunger or eliminating homelessness, preserving the environment or supporting the arts. Consumers Energy has been giving back to Michigan for well over a century. We've been helping local communities grow and thrive through the Consumers Energy Foundation. Last year, Consumers Energy, our charitable foundation, employees and retirees gave over $19 million to Michigan nonprofit organizations. We're investing in what's most important to Michigan, its people, our planet, and Michigan's prosperity. Since the COVID-19 pandemic began, we have continued to provide vital funding and resources to nonprofits across the state. These nonprofits are providing some of the most critical resources to the Michigan communities hit hardest by the impacts of COVID-19. The Consumers Energy Foundation cares about all of our Michigan communities. Let's take a look at the impact we had in your region this past year. For more information on how the Consumers Energy Foundation is caring for our communities, visit consumersenergy.com/foundation.
Here with us this evening is Carolyn Bloodworth, Secretary and Treasurer of the Consumers Energy Foundation. To say a few words, welcome, Carolyn.
Well, good evening, Alexis. It's great to see you.
It's great to see you also. Did you enjoy listening to the pitches this evening?
So much. I am inspired every year, every time. And West Michigan never fails to deliver.
Absolutely. Well, I'll let you take it from here, Carolyn.
Okay, thank you so much. Alexis, we really are thrilled. And I'm thrilled to be here with you this evening and to see the support that we provide through our grant making come to life. And I want to give a great shout out to my friend and colleague, Megan Radecki, who served as a judge tonight. I know she's been looking forward to this, and I'm much happier that she's judging and not me, because I could not make a decision on a winner. They're all winners to me. Well, Consumers Energy is dedicated to ensuring Michigan businesses and communities are growing and thriving. That includes creating opportunities for entrepreneurs who can bring critical new ideas to the table, like those of these pitches that we were fortunate to see tonight. So these past few years have been a huge challenge for entrepreneurs and small businesses. And we are so proud that our foundation was able to provide over $400,000 in support of Michigan Women Forward, their Michigan Entrepreneur Resilience Fund, and the Women's Entrepreneurial Initiative. So we could help women-owned businesses survive during these troublesome years and also support entrepreneurship for women and minorities. And this funding was part of nearly $3 million that we provide to support small business, primarily women and minority-owned small businesses. But we know there's so much more to do, and we're so grateful for all that Michigan Women Forward is doing on behalf of women to own small business. I've checked my records, and I'm really thrilled to say we've contributed more than $1.5 million to Michigan Women Forward, its Women Entrepreneurship Initiative, and other vital programming. So we appreciate the opportunity to be here, and more importantly, for participating in today's event. I really enjoyed hearing the pitches, and I'm excited to present today's winners. But before we virtually hand out the prizes, I want to thank all of our finalists for sharing their vision and plans for growth. At Consumers Energy, we work for people, the planet, and Michigan's prosperity. And we know that small businesses are critical to a prosperous economy. Thank you again for your participation. Your hard work is going to take you a long way, and it's going to position our state well for many years to come.
Thank you again, Carolyn, for being here tonight and for always being a part of MWF and our work. And thank you, Consumers Energy Foundation. Without them, these competitions and so many of our support services would not be possible. Thank you once again. MWF accelerates women's entrepreneurship through providing access to capital, education, and mentorship to start or grow successful businesses. Women in business receive 7% of venture funds for their startups. This is bleak considering the growth of entrepreneurship in the United States. 57.4% of the Small Business Administration microloan programs went to women-owned or led businesses. Through MWF's Women's Entrepreneurship Initiative, we work to eliminate barriers to business ownership and increase profitability and growth for women-owned businesses. Our goal is to make entrepreneurship less difficult so women have an equal chance at success. MWF's goal is to provide our entrepreneurs with collaborative opportunities to determine what resources will best assist them in building and growing their businesses. We offer a broad range of education options, including one-on-one meetings and workshops. At MWF, we are here to support women entrepreneurs at every stage of their business. We are focused on helping women create sustainable businesses that enable them to take care of their families and create legacy and wealth. We recognize, though, that even the most promising businesses, new or existing, have difficulty obtaining much needed capital. To help entrepreneurs, MWF offers funding resources to start, build, and grow successful businesses. Through MWF's microloan program, we are able to provide entrepreneurs with loans up to $50,000, regardless of the stage of their business. I proudly announce today that in January of 2022, MWF received from the U.S. Treasury Department as a community development financial institution. Many of you may be wondering what that means. That certification will enable MWF to expand its microloan and technical assistance programs. At MWF, we believe that our support of entrepreneurs extends beyond capital. That's why we took our learnings from the pandemic and developed innovative programs to support the sustainability of micro enterprises. One example of a new innovative program is our Let's Get Your Financials in Order program in Grand Rapids, led by Anna Jose. This program is developed to provide entrepreneurs with tools they need to understand their finances and provide one-on-one consulting with a CPA and bookkeeper. To learn more about MWF's innovative programs, I encourage you to view our website at www.miwf.org and subscribe to the WEI newsletter that comes out twice a month. Thank you and have an amazing evening.
Thank you again, Alexis. Appreciate that. And so great to hear about all of the work that MWF is doing. We're going to let you go for the evening. Thanks again. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are eagerly awaiting the announcements here. I know the judges are still deliberating just a few more things. So I do want to let everyone know that this has been a process, right? So we started this back in October with the applications. We had external reviewers look at those and score them. We took the top 10 finalists in each pitch category or each region. So we're doing 3 regional pitches, and then we're doing a statewide food competition later this month, which is our new one this year, which we're really excited about. And so we took those 10 finalists. They received pitch training. They were paired with a business coach and a mentor. And I do have to put a special plug out there, or plug and shout out to Jennifer Maxon with Jennifer Maxon and Associates for doing the pitch prep workshop, and she's been on fire tonight in her comments and her puns based on business names. I really enjoyed looking at those and watching those. So Jennifer, great job to you and your team. We are going to take just a couple minute break again, and then when we come back, we are going to have the announcement of the winners, which we've all been waiting for. So join us back here in just a few minutes. Okay, we are back. Thank you again to everyone for joining us for the 2022 Woman Up and Pitch West Michigan competition this evening. I'm going to bring back into our stream Carolyn Bloodworth with Consumers Energy Foundation, and I'm going to bring in the other Carolyn Casson, President and CEO of Michigan Women Forward. Hello, ladies. What did you think of the pitches tonight?
Fantastic. Weren't they great? I was so proud of them. Wow. inspired.
So
I can't wait to go out and buy things and do things and become a home health aide, whatever. I'm excited. And the judges really had a tough time. You could tell there was a lot of arm wrestling going on back there. So
let me tell you who I don't envy were the judges. Yeah, they had a really difficult decision to make. But hey, you know what? Everybody has been anxiously awaiting the results and the announcements. Right. Actually, our audience choice winner this evening was in the startup category. And that is going to be the first category that we are announcing the awards for. So just a reminder, the audience choice gets $1,000. And ladies, I'm going to remove myself and let you take over with your announcements from here. And I have the drum roll again this year, so I'm going to pull it out.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yes, I do.
All right, start doing the drum roll.
It's not complete without the drum roll. Oh my gosh.
Right. Joy Family Health. You were the audience.
Thank you to all the
congratulations.
Family Health. I love you guys. That's awesome. So excited.
All right, we love you too.
Congratulations. Oh my goodness. So Carolyn, startup category.
Carolyn.
Oh my gosh, startup category. Third place gets this big, beautiful check for $2,500.
Thank you, Consumers Energy. Well, come on back, Dr. Christa Murphy, because Joy Family Health won third place. So
wonderful. Thank you.
That was a great great haul tonight. You won twice.
I am very blessed. Yes, indeed. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thanks for all you do. Well, that $2,500 leads to the second place in the startup category, which is $5,000.
And the winner is Yum Pouch, Susie Bratton.
Yay! Well, thank you. Fantastic.
Good.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay, then that leads to our very big winner. First place in the startup category.
$10,000.
$10,000.
Superbloom Farms. Congratulations.
I'm with all the young aspiring entrepreneurs.
Perfect. We can't wait to see you all here in a few years. All right?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Congratulations. Oh my goodness.
Gosh, that was like an Olympic watch party. That's fantastic. That was great. That was great.
How fun was that? I think that might be one of the best reactions we've ever had.
That was so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Wonderful.
Well, after all this virtual time, we know how to have a party.
We do. We do. Just stay inside.
We
do. So we're actually just waiting on one more person here to come in for the established category. And then we can announce those winners. So,
all right.
Let's put our plug in right now. Same time, same place next Thursday, March 10th, will be the Mid-Michigan pitch competition. So,
if you had fun tonight, come back next week. We're going to do this again. 10 more finalists, 10 new finalists from the Mid-Michigan area. That's anywhere from, Midland down to Jackson. And it's going to be an exciting evening.
It will. It is always an exciting evening. Always.
It really is. Isn't this fun?
It is.
And if we have one more second, let me say thank you again to Consumers Energy Foundation. This is the 7th year we figured out that you have been doing this, and
oh my gosh,
you have changed a lot of lives, and you have made a difference and started a lot of companies with your resources. I was figuring it was a couple hundred companies that have benefited from this. So thank you.
Oh, we are so proud and so grateful, so grateful, and particularly for those who have really been sticking it out these last couple of years. We know it's been awful tough.
It's really tough. That's right. That's right. But is there any doubt of the energy and enthusiasm and brilliance of these women entrepreneurs? They're amazing.
Yes,
are we ready, Ellie? Is everybody here?
Let's give her just a few
more
seconds. Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
All right. Then I want to thank the judges. Let me thank the judges. I thought they did a great job.
Weren't they so good? Just really good questions.
They were prepared. And besides the arm wrestling, virtual arm wrestling is pretty hard, but there was They had a lot to say, and they wanted the right people to win, and it was a very tough decision. So I hope nobody feels that they went home empty-handed, because you already are a winner. Out of 150, you made it into the 10 here tonight, so you're already a winner.
Well, hey, we have everybody. So,
all right.
Great. I'm going to remove myself and let you take it away again.
Okay, well, I'll get my big check out here. So, third place in the established category, winning $2,500, is
Kuntry Kitchen. Destinee, we love you. Thank you. You did such a great job.
Congratulations.
You did a great job tonight.
Thank you.
There's the guy that inspired you and brought back the barbecue.
That's him.
All right.
That's
well,
Country.
Okay. All right. We can't wait to see you in Grand Rapids.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So, second place in the established category, $5,000 winner is
Professional Education Services.
Thank you. Thank you so
Amelia
much.
Kenyon.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Such
Great
a critical need. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
Very important work you're doing.
Very important. Congratulations. Okay, Carolyn, the big drum roll. First place in the established category with the big $10,000 check.
Last but not least, another great evening. A $10,000 winner, Upland Landscaping, Sandra Jonick.
You're on mute, Sandra.
You're on mute. Well,
there she is.
Let me say it again. Oh my God.
Congratulations.
I am so.
I would run around that place and tell everybody that you just won.
Well, like all of my neighbors around me have been waiting to hear. So this just made this show absolutely unforgettable.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay,
so
we can't
much.
wait to see you be successful.
I am on my way. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Sandra. Carolyn, it's always a pleasure, and we are so proud of our relationship with Consumers Energy and all you do for this community and this state. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Feelings
we'll
are
see you
mutual.
again next week.
You bet. Thanks.
Thanks to everybody for watching tonight. This is what Michigan Women Forward is all about. It is about making a difference in the lives of women entrepreneurs in the state. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again just 1 week from tonight. We'll do this again and make the dreams come true for another group of people. Thanks, Consumers Energy. Thank you, judges, and thanks to all of you for watching.